Today, I'm showing you how to make a super easy ribeye on the cast iron skillet. It comes together in like 7 minutes and it's so delicious, perfect for Valentine's Day or if you're hosting a dinner at your house. I'm pairing it with a butter lettuce salad with a really simple vinaigrette, which I'll show you, and a compound butter with herbs that you top it with. It's so good. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So let's get to it. I'm going to start by chopping my herbs and veggies for my salad and my compound butter. That way everything is prepped and ready to go. I'm going to mince some chives and some parsley, which I'm going to use in our salad, and butter. You want to make sure it's a mince so that they're nice and fine and really melt into the dressing and also into the compound butter. I'm also mincing some shallots for our dressing because of the sweetness and also the subtleness of the taste. It goes perfectly in our vinaigrette, which balances our steak perfectly. Finally, mince your shallot by making horizontal and vertical slits and then just dicing straight through. You're then going to set your shallots and your parsley into a bowl, and you're going to add in your salt and pepper, your olive oil, your red wine vinegar, and your Dijon mustard. You're going to give that a stir, combine well, and then taste for salt and pepper and adjust based on your preference. After you've washed and dried your butter lettuce, just remove the rough core and then give it a rough chop. I'm just chopping these in half, nothing fancy. Place them in the bowl on top of your dressing and don't toss until you're ready to serve. For our compound butter, I'm starting with slightly softened butter. I'm then adding in my salt and pepper, my chives, my thyme, and my parsley. Once that's all in and slightly combined, I'm going to top it with my lemon juice, and I'm just using a fork to mix it until all of the herbs are incorporated. You can even put on some gloves and use your hand if that helps, but this is the consistency we're kind of looking for. I'm then going to take some saran wrap and lay my butter across and flatten it with a spatula, and then I roll it the way you roll a sushi roll if you've ever made sushi before. If not, just follow the process I'm doing here. You want to roll it and then tighten the edges, and you're going to put it in the fridge to harden a bit or the freezer for like 5 minutes. And now for the start of our show, our ribeye. I love ribeye. It's my favorite cut and I love the flavor. You've got that pretty marbling, and if you put them together, it makes a heart. How romantico. Make sure to bring your steak to room temperature for at least 30 minutes to an hour before cooking. This is just to make sure that it results in an even cooking. It's a super important step, so don't leave that out. We then want to generously salt and pepper our steak on both sides and pat that seasoning in. Heat up a high smoke point oil on high for about 3 to 5 minutes. I like to wait until it's smoking a little. Place your steak and press down to make sure all of the steak is in contact with your hot pan. You're going to sear this for 2 minutes for medium rare, which is how I like my steak, the right way. And this is the crust that you're looking for. You're then going to flip it over and you're going to sear for about 30 seconds. Timing is everything. So once that 30 seconds is up, you're going to go ahead and add in your butter and your thyme and baste your steak. I normally also add in garlic, which I lightly crush in its skin, but I was out. So the thyme and butter will have to do, but if you do have garlic, please add that in. It gives it such a nice taste. I don't know where the 5 cloves of garlic disappeared to or what my son used it for, but I'm sure it was delicious. I basted my steak for about 2 to 3 minutes or until my thermometer read the internal temperature at about 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I immediately removed it from the heat. Look at that beautiful sear on both sides. Make sure to let your steak rest for 5 to 10 minutes and then dig in and look at that perfectly cooked medium rare steak. I then took my compound butter from the fridge and sliced a little circle and placed it on top. If you have a blowtorch, you can get fancy and melt the butter on top, but my steak was still warm, so it melted perfectly. Serve that up with your butter lettuce salad and you've got yourself a nice dinner for two.